My uncle had a service station years ago, which is right down in the middle of Shepherd, where we are today. And basically my first job was cleaning up around his service station. He had a Coke machine at that time, and basically I was the person who actually refilled the Coke machine. It was a full service filling station, so we done checked tires and done the windshield cleaning and all that stuff and pumped the gas. It was full service. I stocked his Coke machines, and so that's how I became a Coke person then, not even knowing at 10 years old, and didn't realize that basically 10 years later that I would actually end up working for Coke and here now pretty much a career at Coca-Cola.
Today, Coca-Cola is a household name, an icon as recognizable as any in the world. But the path from soda fountain treat to global brand was anything but straightforward. Our story takes us back to 1899, when two young lawyers from Chattanooga turned a single business deal into a legacy that would change the world. In 1899, Coca-Cola was already a familiar sight at soda fountains across America. People lined up at their local drugstores to enjoy the refreshing drink, mixed on the spot by soda clerks. But Coca-Cola was only available at these fountains. There was no way to enjoy it outside these venues. Benjamin Thomas and Joseph Whitehead, two ambitious lawyers from Chattanooga, saw this as an opportunity. Inspired by a bottled orange soda they'd seen in Cuba, they imagined Coca-Cola in bottles, a drink people could enjoy anywhere, anytime. They approached Asa Candler, Coca-Cola's president, to propose a bottling venture. Candler initially refused, worried that bottling could ruin the brand's reputation. At the time, bottling was a back alley business, often associated with low-quality beverages.
And initially, Asa Candler, who had done a lot to protect the name of Coca-Cola, was hesitant, so he first told them no, because he was afraid that they would tarnish the name of Coca-Cola. So, being lawyers, they came back and wrote up a contract that said if they, as the bottlers, did anything to tarnish the name of Coca-Cola or turned out product that was not up to his standards, that they could pull the franchise.
Convinced that bottling Coca-Cola wouldn't succeed anyway, Candler agreed to their offer, selling them the rights for just $1. This agreement became one of the most significant business deals in American history, establishing the foundation for Coca-Cola's bottling empire and shaping the modern franchise model. Thomas and Whitehead returned to Chattanooga and quickly set up the world's first Coca-Cola bottling plant on Market Street, with the support of local businessman John Lupton. From this small, unassuming building, they launched a bottling operation that would spark an industry revolution. This explosion of demand turned Chattanooga into a thriving hub for the bottling industry, sparking new businesses to support the venture.
It actually was a catalyst that started other businesses to become successful and were key to that bottling operation. Chattanooga Glass cranked out those glass bottles by the billions over the years. That was part of that Chattanooga Coca-Cola story. Chattanooga Box and Lumber made those wooden crates that aren't that you may see today in antique shops, and we don't carry them in wooden crates anymore, but it was such an integral part of bottling in those early days that that was a really strong business that started here in Chattanooga. And then the Cavalier Corporation, which is vending machines, started here in Chattanooga, and that was so that as consumers wanted access to Coca-Cola in bottles, that allowed them to have access to it when they didn't have a store near. They could go to a vending machine and purchase it that way.
Demand for bottled Coca-Cola grew rapidly, and within a few years, hundreds of bottling plants sprang up across the country. The Chattanooga Glass Company supplied millions of Coca-Cola bottles, while other local manufacturers built wooden crates, vending machines, and promotional materials. Chattanooga's legacy was solidified in Coca-Cola's DNA, establishing the city as a key player in the company's expansion and setting the stage for the brand's journey to global recognition. To understand Coca-Cola's popularity, we need to go back to its origins. In the late 1860s, Atlanta pharmacist John Pemberton invented Coca-Cola as a medicinal tonic. Pemberton's original recipe was designed as a cure for ailments, with ingredients meant to invigorate the mind and body. However, the drink's future took a surprising turn when soda fountain clerks accidentally mixed it with carbonated water instead of plain water, creating the refreshing taste we know today. Pemberton's creation quickly gained a following. In 1888, businessman Asa Candler purchased the formula, recognizing Coca-Cola's potential as a commercial product. Candler trademarked the name and logo, ensuring that Coca-Cola's branding would remain consistent. Under Candler's leadership, the drink's popularity grew, but it was still confined to soda fountains. It wasn't until Thomas and Whitehead's bottling vision that Coca-Cola would make the leap from fountain to bottle. As Coca-Cola's reach expanded, so did the threat of competitors.
Candler really wanted to separate Coca-Cola from all of those other beverages out there, and so that's when he trademarked that Coca-Cola logo. Well, kind of in that same vein, Coca-Cola was available in a straight wall bottle with a decal on it that was similar to every other beverage out there, and they wanted something different.
To protect the brand, Coca-Cola introduced its iconic contour bottle in 1915. With its distinctive curves and unmistakable design, the bottle became almost as famous as the drink itself. Consumers could instantly recognize a Coca-Cola bottle, even in the dark or shattered on the ground, ensuring that no imitators could replicate it. This unique design not only protected the brand, but also turned the Coca-Cola bottle into an American icon, a symbol of quality, and a piece of Americana. The expansion of Coca-Cola's bottling operations meant the brand was no longer just a drink. It became part of everyday life across the United States. Horse-drawn wagons and later trucks carried bottles to stores and businesses, each delivery vehicle emblazoned with the Coca-Cola logo. The brand's visibility skyrocketed, and Coca-Cola advertisements began to appear on buildings, billboards, and even sports venues. One notable moment in Coca-Cola's Chattanooga story occurred at Ingle Stadium in 1931. During an exhibition game, 17-year-old female pitcher Jackie Mitchell famously struck out both Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, with Coca-Cola signage featured prominently in the background. This legendary sports moment tied Coca-Cola to American culture in an unforgettable way, cementing the brand's connection with baseball, one of the nation's favorite pastimes. In the 1930s, Coca-Cola played a pivotal role in shaping another American icon, Santa Claus. Until then, depictions of Santa varied widely, from a tall, thin figure to a somewhat sinister character. Coca-Cola sought a friendlier image for their holiday advertising, one that would resonate with families. They hired artist Haddon Sundblom to create a warm, jolly Santa, drawing inspiration from the classic poem, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Sundblom was a painter who had a knack for creating images of someone very approachable. If you've seen the Quaker Oats Quaker, that image was created by Haddon Sundblom. So with that in mind, they approached him and said, can you paint us a depiction of Santa Claus that is more approachable, the way that we know Santa really looks.
Sundblom's Santa, with his rosy cheeks, red suit, and joyful smile, quickly became a holiday sensation. His version of Santa appeared in Coca-Cola ads for over 30 years, transforming him into the beloved grandfatherly figure we recognize today. Coca-Cola's Santa became so iconic that he influenced how generations around the world envision the holiday season, linking the brand with the warmth and joy of Christmas. Fast forward to today, and Coca-Cola is a truly global brand with over 1.9 billion servings enjoyed daily in more than 200 countries. But Coca-Cola's legacy is about more than just scale. It's also about responsibility. The company has committed to ambitious sustainability goals, including collecting and recycling a bottle or can for every one sold, and making 100% of its packaging recyclable. Coca-Cola's water stewardship program ensures that all water used in its beverages is returned to nature and communities, promoting environmental health and community welfare worldwide. Throughout its journey from a small southern city to a global empire, Coca-Cola has never forgotten its roots. Chattanooga's influence runs deep in the company's history, from the first bottled Coke produced on Market Street to the city's continued role as a hub for Coca-Cola's production and distribution.
My experience at Coca-Cola United and here at Chattanooga Coke has been remarkable. I could never have guessed when I came on in 1976 working in the loading crew that I would have such a career with the company, but I've been really fortunate in that it's provided opportunities for me that I would not have had in other places.
Coca-Cola feels like a family. It makes me feel good to be an employee. My gift is service. And not only is Coke providing a good quality brand, but it's also providing the service to the community at large. Coca-Cola has been very supportive in this community, be it schools, be it events, be it attractions. Coca-Cola is pretty much everywhere.
Coca-Cola's legacy in Chattanooga isn't just a story of business success. It's a testament to how a single bold idea can transform an industry, a city, and even the world. With each bottle sold, there's a piece of Chattanooga's history reaching across the globe, refreshing people from all walks of life and keeping the spirit of innovation alive.
We don't have to sell Coke, Coke sells itself. We just make it available for the customers and the consumers to buy it. We have a quality brand. We have a name brand product. It's just a feeling of pride at being a Coke guy. It's just one of those things that it's one of those type of companies that just make you feel good just to be a part of.
From a pharmacist's tonic to an American icon, Coca-Cola's journey is one of ambition, creativity, and a connection to the people and places that made it possible. Thanks to two visionary men from Chattanooga, Coca-Cola isn't just a drink, it's a symbol of how a little determination can go a long way. And inside every bottle, there's a little bit of Chattanooga.